the bottom line is that we are delusional. We're living in a bubble, and the bubble says we are winning. But you leave the bubble, and everybody else knows, no, you're not.
You know what's so troubling, Doug, is that you know that Trump is surrounded by enough people, a chosen few, that are willing to keep making the argument. So even when we just heard the state of affairs with what's going on diplomatically, or if they're talking at all, but we just heard Rubio explain what's going on there, then we've got people on the other side that's saying, listen, those talks aren't going to work anyway, so let's resort to the military action. Here's former CIA Dan Hoffman.
It's very difficult for us to carry on negotiations when we don't have that. When Iran is in control of the Strait of Hormuz, they have a lot of leverage. The regime right now is in the hands of General Vahidi and the IRGC hardliners, and they are pressing ahead with their strategic goals. Let's remember that Iran is kind of a junior partner, but part of the axis of dictatorships aligned closely with Russia and China and North Korea. Certainly for Russia and for China, Iran wants to reduce or eliminate altogether U.S. influence in the Middle East. That's part of what's behind this. I don't see a way of climbing down through negotiation absent additional military strikes. I'm sorry to say that I think we're going to have to resume military strikes. If we want to get to a point where we have the leverage to get the deal that we want, the deal that's better than JCPOA, on which the president will be judged and arguably his foreign policy legacy, I think that may be in the offing.
So, Doug, the argument that more strikes is what will give us the leverage that we finally need, that's the mentality.
Well, let's sort of examine this Zionist Jewish narrative, which he's just presented, which is a narrative that you hear across all the mainstream media in the United States and much of Western Europe. That's for obvious reasons. The people in control fall into that particular category. It's not accurate. It's misleading, but he's pointing